Hey everyone, I'm the Idea Maker, and today I am going to be doing my revisited reaction and spoiler review for Superman, which came out earlier this year actually. So I was actually going to wait for this one to go on to HBO Max first and then react to it that way. But this is a different occasion because it released about um a week or so before the first anniversary of my grandmother's passing, and it's gonna feel weird on having to upload a video like this on the day that she passed away last year. But the reason why I'm doing this is because the Superman was my grandmother's favorite superhero, and with this one, I'm going to be basically watching this movie in like if I'm watching it, even though that it's going to be like I'm watching it the first time. I am watching it in a way for the first time and just experiencing what's happening in the actual movie, because there's when I saw this movie the first time, there was a lot of things I did not catch the first time, and I absolutely loved it. And I literally cried in this movie because of the fact that there were some moments in here that I felt that was very close to home, and I absolutely felt like this was one of the best movies of all time. Like, to me, I feel like this is marked as one of the highest rating and honestly one of my all-time favorite superhero movies of all time. And it's, for me, this is a top 10. And James Gunn did an incredible job on writing and directing this movie, and putting his heart and soul into it. And shout out to the cast as well, especially because that they are the ones that made this movie into what it is, and it's just incredible. This whole entire movie is incredible. So before I start it, I just want to say shout out to James Gunn for making this beautifully epic superhero movie. And then of course we have shout out to David Cornsweet, to Rachel Brosnahan, to Nicholas Hoult, to Eddie Gathegi, Anthony Carrigan, Nathan Fillion, Isabella Merced, everybody who was involved in this movie. Shout out to every single one of you guys. You've created one of the best superhero experiences and superhero movies of all time, and I can't wait to experience it again and catch every little detail and give my honest opinion about this. Now, I did talk about this with my friend Real Hooper Knowledge over on our podcast Beyond the Mask. If you guys want to check that out, the link for that podcast is going to be right down below, so you guys can go check it out. Again, I've seen this already. There's already a non-spoiler review already up, but this is going to be my revisited reaction and my safer spoiler review. Now that it's more fair game, now that it's out on digital. I will be getting it on physical as well, just because I really enjoy this movie to the point where I had to get this digitally for the purpose of wanting to do a tribute video for my grandmother. And I don't usually like to buy the digital first and then the physical later, but this is an exception. So without further ado, let's go ahead and I'm going to be reacting to this like how I know I wanted to react in the theaters, but I couldn't because my theater was more kind of on the quiet side, even though it was a 4DX 3D experience. But for this one, I'm going to put my heart and soul into this reaction as much as I wanted to in the theaters and that I was getting really excited for. So let's go ahead and dive right into Superman right now. 3 centuries ago, the first superpowered beings known as metahumans appeared on Earth, ushering in a new era of gods and monsters. 3 decades ago, an extraterrestrial baby was sent in a spacecraft to Earth and adopted by Kansas farmers. 3 years ago, the baby, now grown, announced himself as Superman, the most powerful metahuman of all. 3 weeks ago, Superman stopped the country of Bavaria from invading Jahanpur, sparking controversy around the world. 3 hours ago, a metahuman called the Hammer of Boravia attacked Superman in the city of Metropolis. 3 minutes ago, Superman lost a battle for the first time. Ooh, yikes. The fact that the teaser trailer was literally the opening scene for this movie, and it's insane to think. Yikes. Wow. Oh. Oh. There's our boy Crypto. There's our boy. Oh. Oh. Huh. Whoa, boy. Easy. Bro, he's in pain. Easy. Yo, easy. Take it easy. Come on, Crypto, take him home. He's gonna need some... He needs some medical assistance, boy. Good boy! Good boy! Ooh. Man, the Fortress of Solitude looks beautiful.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve.
Ah, no, buddy.
He looked at me.
I put your parents' message on to soothe you.
Thank you.
He finds it soothing.
Bradley Cooper! Oh, wow! I was like, oh, yeah. I did remember that he was cameoing in this.
The message was damaged in transit from Krypton to Earth, and the rest of the message is lost. 14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs. Our
Wow.
poor Superman.
Wait a minute. One of them was Michael Rooker. I just realized that now. One of the robots is Michael Rooker. The other one is Pom Clementieff. I think one of the other ones was Jennifer Holland, James Gunn's wife. Ooh. Oh! Oh, yikes! Oh, you know that he's healing. And I know that the other one was Alan Tudyk. Great actor. All of them are great.
Sir, you are only 83% restored to health. You must rest.
No can do, 4. I gotta get back to the fray.
But this hammer fellow just beat you at full power. Sir?
Oh.
What is this?
Oh.
Go! What the hey, dude? I thought... Superman robots, I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
We feed the canine, but he is unruly. And he realizes we are not flesh and blood and couldn't, in our heart of hearts, care less whether he lives or dies.
They're so blunt.
The alien is on its way back.
That scene alone is gorgeous. Woo! Oh, this is gorgeous. Yo, even the build-up is gorgeous.
Will not insisting himself into our...
Oh!
Sorry,
Girl, what are you doing taking selfies like that while this is all going on?
Target in sight.
He's back.
Ah, no. Lex.
12C. $18A. 34B.
Interesting that way the way that they're like kind of like having this guy or this suit or whatever it is like being programmed to fight like that.
2014.
Ooh! Yo, the cinematography on this movie, the way that it's tracking Superman, that's crazy.
It's like he knows Superman's every move before he makes it.
Does. He's been studying him for years. He's developed over 2,500 fight moves for any situation.
Well, just because you've been studying the person over the years, it doesn't mean that it's going to be very reliable. And then people are, they're going to base their opinions and everything off of just one thing, which is the saddest thing, too. It's like anything that you do these days, regardless on whether you did it for, people to, be more civil, people are going to misinterpret it, and then they're going to then take it from one thing to another in the wrong direction. Because Superman's a person of the people. He's the hero of the people. He wants for them to feel safe. He wants for them to, feel like they have somebody to rely on and to feel like they get someone to look up to. Ultraman. Yeah, Ultraman, huh? Interesting that they have Ultraman, like that.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Claude.
Oh, Mom, Pa Kent.
Pa says, don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I heard him, Mom. Yeah, okay, I gotta go. I gotta run.
Ah, Rachel.
Tell me what ties there are between Borgia.
Yeah, see, Superman did say he thought the hammer might be faking a Baravian accent.
Superman said that.
Yeah, I interviewed him right afterwards. Great guy.
Funny that you keep getting all these interviews with Superman, Clark.
I don't think there's anything funny about good journalism, Lois.
Ultraman. You created this man. Check this out. The engineer, the former special operative whose blood I infused with microscopic machines called nanites, which she can form into anything she can imagine. So you want the Defense Department to hire your metahumans to take down the Kryptonian? After Superman acted with violence against our Baravian allies, I think it'd be worth considering.
Big Blue stopped the war.
Rick Flag Sr. Nice to see Frank Grillo in live action here.
But the optics? Superman is popular. Less so every day, according to Chatter Online. Not to mention the potential risk of failing to contain him. I assure you, Secretary, we can contain him.
I don't think you can.
As far as we can ascertain, there's none left on the planet.
I have a workaround for that as well. Oh, what it doesn't matter, Lex. Because without solid proof of malicious intent, it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot more different things that could affect it if, Lex would go in that direction. Especially because we all know that Lex is like very, very cynical of Superman for the stupidest of reasons, by the way. Stupidest of reasons. No, he's wrong. He's absolutely wrong.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might... It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions at Bravia. That's funny?
It's not funny. It's just, come on. My actions? I stopped a war.
Mm-hmm.
There were no casualties and no significant injuries.
Did you interact at all with the president of Bravia, Vasil Gurkos?
A very small amount.
What's a very small amount?
Between us.
Oh,
after I stopped the war, I went to see Gurkos.
Where?
In the capital of Luchabik at the Royal Palace. And I took a private audience with Gurkos.
How?
I flew him out to the desert and And I placed him against a cactus.
In fact, you illegally entered a country, inserting yourself in the middle of incredibly
Hold on.
Wait a minute, illegally?
First of all, whether or not Jarhanpur is an imperfect country does not give another nation the right to invade it.
Ooh, yeah!
And his goons were going to kill people.
Yes, but the results of you seemingly acting as a representative of the United States
except for me
around the world, war, then a war that
and good, I don't know, doing good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would question myself in the same situation and hold off a beat and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Right. I mean, I understand Clark's point of view from this. As Superman, I understand. It's ridiculous with the way how things are.
Look, I gave you a nice long interview. Longer than I ever gave myself, by the way.
Oh, you can time your imaginary interviews with yourself? That's a thing you can do?
Oh, man.
I knew this would never work.
And what do you mean by that?
Lois? What does that mean?
Nothing. I just told you I wasn't good at relationships.
Ooh. Yikes. I understand where Lois is coming from in this one because she's asking him questions that the media is going to ask him later on. It's like she's trying to prep him. I understand where she's coming from. Like, even though that, yeah, this is an interview that she's doing for Superman, and I'm saying it in quotes because, Clark and Superman are the same thing. It's, oh, man.
Superman, I preemptively put up this soothing... I do apologize, but this is a restricted area.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh! No! Hey! Hey, leave him alone, man! What'd they ever do to you? No, man, no. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Like, Lex is so unfazed by this. It's not even funny. That's how you know he's a maniacal psychopath. Come on, get him, Crypto, get him! Good boy! Hey! Hey, leave Crypto alone! The dog never did anything to you!
This is what we came for. Hopefully there's something on here we can use to convince the general Superman requires immediate action. Can't stand the metahumans, but he's so much worse.
And how do you come to that
He's not a
conclusion?
man. He's an it.
Oh, shut up!
A cocky grin and a stupid outfit that somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
Yeah, and you being the adult man baby that you are with the stupid bald head, thinking that that's how big your brain is. No, man, your brain is as puny as a pea.
Can you get in?
Might take a while. What if the Kryptonian shows up?
Don't worry. I'm creating a distraction.
He maniacally thinks up of so many insane plots. Like, he thinks that Lex thinks that he's like 3 steps ahead. Realistically, it's like people who think that they're 3 steps ahead, and they later, those people that if they don't think carefully, they're gonna eventually find out that it's just gonna, collapse right in front of them. It's gonna blow up in their face.
This message
Ketchup.
from his parents. It's damaged, but there's more.
Ketchup.
It's... I can recover the rest.
How are you able to do so? Oh!
It's an awfully small distraction. It'll get bigger.
It'll get bigger, huh? Oh! That's more than bigger! Oh! What are you guys just doing there standing there like that? You kidding? There you go. There we go!
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Alright, let's go! Man, the fighting choreography on this is so good! What's this? Ah, the Justice Gang! Guy Gardner. Huh.
You can afford $1,000 concert tickets for
With chaos here this morning, the Justice Gang. has arrived on the scene.
Oh!
That's Green.
That's Christopher Reeve's son! Alright. Ah, hot girl! Ah, yeah, Mr. Terrific! He is easily the best out of the three, honestly. My opinion. Woo! Nice save! Nice save! Oh! Oh, no. Oh! Come on, Superman, catch him! Yes! There we go. Good idea. GBS. Is that Gotham Broadcasting Service? Is that what they're trying to do?
The people there are simple and profoundly confused.
What?
Weak of mind and spirit and body. Lord over the planet is the last son of Krypton.
Oh, wow.
What about all the kind acts Superman has performed
That's
over the years,
crazy.
saving countless lives? No, he's grooming us.
That is such damaging evidence right there. And especially that it's confirmed that that's what the actual translation is. Even James Gunn confirmed it too. That's insane. And then Superman must be devastated about this. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, like he said, he never saw the rest of the transmission because the rest of the transmission got damaged.
Of that message is even remotely true, then you are exactly the kind of alien threat I was commandeered by the Green Lantern Corps to protect this planet against. Back off, guy.
Oh, no.
The first half is real. The second half was damaged in the trip from Krypton to Earth, so it's got to be doctored.
Oh, wait, Clark. I know this computer forensics guys. They're not going to say it's legit unless they are sure.
No.
I'm so sorry, man, but there's no way that message is fake.
Where'd they get the footage, though?
Yeah, I mean... Ooh, that... Oh, the way that it's filmed like this! Like, seeing it from his perspective is crazy!
If the Kryptonian is a danger, we have to act.
It's crazy on how these people are going to turn on him like that. It's insane! They're turning on him so fast!
Save the people of Jahanpur, and Superman wants to keep them in space.
Why are they gonna take this dude, this ugly Albert Einstein wannabe? Why are they gonna take this guy seriously? I'm sorry. Like, come on. This guy is insane. Oh, great. So he's got one of those too. So he's working with Lex. Too insane.
At Superman's fortress, I hope to get the knowledge to help destroy him. Little did I know his own parents would be providing it.
Oh, my God.
Right? Yeah. Been thinking of opening one in my half of Jarhanpur.
In his half!
Crypto!
And they took Crypto as well?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, that's gonna be...
Ooh!
Trying to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Woo!
The dog!
He is about to go John Wick all over Lex, dude.
He's just a dog.
I don't know what dog you're talking about.
He acted quickly because
Dog,
he knew he was
okay.
getting recorded. Hey!
Hmm?
He said ugly dog in a cape, Superman. I heard.
I mean, it seems to me that the only rabid animal around here is Superman. Ever since the discovery of the Kryptonians' master plan, he's gone off the deep end. Thoughts, Chris?
Can't say I'm surprised, Peter.
Hey! John Cena! Peacemaker! At this point, Peacemaker's probably out on HBO Max. Season 1 was great. Can't wait for Season 2. You guys will hear my thoughts on it later. I'm so glad that they even tied Peacemaker into this. They're literally doing everything possible. It's crazy.
The ship my parents sent me in was damaged in transit, so I only ever heard the first part of the message. And I believed I knew how it ended. That my parents had sent me here to serve the people of Earth and to be a good man. I'm not here to rule over anybody, Lois.
I never thought you were, even for a moment, Clark.
She's very, very understanding and loyal. I mean, this version of Lois, I do like her.
We're so different. I was just some punk rock kid from Baker Line, and you're Superman.
Punk rock.
You are not punk rock.
I like the Stranglefellows and the PODs and the Mighty Crabjoys.
Those are pop radio bands. They're not punk rock. The Mighty Crabjoys suck.
A lot of people love them.
My point is, I question everything and everyone. You trust everyone and think everyone you've ever met is, like, beautiful.
She has a different set of eyes.
Maybe that's the real punk rock.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, I love Superman because he basically looks at the world through a different set of eyes. He looks at things the way how, like, God views things with the agape love, and that he views, you know, his creations as things that he loves. And despite the flaws and despite all of the craziness that us as humans, you know, we're capable of doing in, you know, in a negative way and in a positive way, you know, he loves us equally. And this is what Superman is like. He has that same mentality.
Wouldn't read me my rights.
Of course, decided those rights don't apply to extraterrestrial organisms. Therefore, at this point, Superman, you don't have any rights to read. The government is very well aware of potential limitations detaining you, so we've outsourced your confinement and your interrogation to Planet Watch.
Planet Watch.
I'm sorry about this.
Rick Flag Sr. even wanted to, like, he was siding with Superman on this one. That's the other thing. Oh, that's Metamorpho. Ugh, what is that ugly thing? A reject from XCOM 2? Never played the game, but I just saw I just know of the video game.
Rex, the metahuman known as the Element Man, has been called into service for a specific purpose. He can metamorphose into any known substance, even substances foreign to this planet. Like.
Oh, yikes. That is very messed up.
Lex is holding Superman in a pocket universe.
A what?
I don't know what a pocket universe is, neither does my source. They don't know anything about anything, really, but for sure he's in a pocket universe.
Who's your source?
I can't say, but you owe me.
You'd be terminated already if it was up to me. But first, the government has some questions they want answered. Rex, look who it is.
Oh no. That's his kid. How could you do that to him, dude? That's wrong. It's all wrong.
There seems to be some sort of connection between Bravia and your boyfriend. I'm not clear on what's wrong. What's
I thought you wanted to see me, Jimmy.
I do, but Eve, how could I even really see you with Lex still in the picture?
You're just trying to get information out of me.
I just know that if I could get some real dirt on him, then maybe the two of us could
be together again?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Joseph, he's your son?
Don't talk to me.
Oh.
Please. I should pull it over and get him if you'd stop with the crypt. There's no way out of here, okay? So just, there's always way.
I said don't talk to me!
Oh no. Ooh. Oh, the Hall of Justice! Nice!
He's in your group, right? The, what's it called again?
The Justice Gang.
No.
We're not called that. Yeah, your name is Mr. Terrific. You don't get to go with a name like that. As leader, I get tiebreaker. No, Superman is not officially a member.
Because you don't want him to vote, you know which way that would go.
Ooh.
How do you even know Superman anyway?
I just do.
So you know about the hypno glasses.
Now she does.
Well, I'm not saying who he is, just that he wears hypno glasses. They make his face terrific. How do they work? They make his face look different in your brain when he wears them so that you know who he is.
You really shouldn't be telling me this in case I don't know who he is.
You know he's Clark Kent.
They He's your friend.
Some friend came here to rule over me?
It would be difficult to find him. I put nanobot GPS trackers into Superman's bloodstream.
You did what?
You put nanobot GPS trackers in your friend's bloodstream?
I do that to everybody.
Everyone?
You want to break a federally incarcerated prisoner out of jail?
Look, I think this is being done to keep him from interfering with the Baravian invasion.
No, you look. I'm a Green Lantern lady. That means I took a vow not to get involved in politics.
Oh, that's part of the vows.
It's implied. Yeah.
It's implied.
Every time there's something he doesn't want to do, he says it's part of some vow.
So you're just gonna let your friend rot in the pocket universe?
Lois has got a point. Are you? You guys are just gonna sit there.
That haircut should be against your vows.
That what? That what should be what?
Your haircut should be against your vows.
I'm not saying we're gonna save him, but I think we can at least check out what's going on with your boyfriend at this Fort Kramer.
There we go. It's going up so slow. Bro. If you guys are funded by Maxwell Lord, why is it that he didn't fund to make this garage door? Right! Isn't Maxwell Lord a millionaire or something like that? Make him fund a brand new one. Pay for a good one.
Now, the U.S. government has a few questions for you.
Luther, I barely know him. He gave me food one time.
Who are you working with here on Earth?
I'm not working with anyone.
He's
Luther.
by himself. Hey! Hey! Don't do it!
Hey, Luther, don't do this. Please.
Don't do it!
Question, shall we, Superman?
Luther, don't do this.
Who
No!
raised you as a child?
I can't. I believe in you, Superman. No!
Oh! What is the matter with you? You didn't think so? You with your stupid Russian roulette psycho game? What is wrong with you? Oh, I feel bad for Metamorpho. He didn't want to see something like that. Alright, Mr. Terrific's about to suit up, bro!
One last chance.
I was just about to say the same to you.
Woo! Let's go! Yo, this shot alone, dude. This shot's great. Dude, I absolutely love Mr. Terrific. He is great. I love the way that they shot this scene. Easily one of my favorite scenes out of this movie. I love that! The way how she's like, the perspective change. That was so great. It reminded me so much of the way how James Gunn did it with Yondu's arrow when either him or Kraglin whistled. This is awesome, man.
When creating a pocket universe, if you are just one picometer off, you will have a black hole where Earth used to be. And every time you enter or exit, you risk tearing a hole in the fabric of reality.
You're kidding.
It's the type of reckless science Lex Luthor specializes in.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They're trying to hack it.
So I guess you decided to help.
Only because of the off Green Lantern.
You know what, man? I like you, okay? I like you.
You said you can get to my son, right?
There we go. There we go. Now you're doing the right thing. Now you're doing right. He looks really terrible. He needs to get fixed. He needs to get healed.
Do we repel?
Repel? Where am I going to get the gear to repel into a pocket universe?
Well, maybe it comes out of your circles or something.
Circles?
What?
T-spheres.
Okay.
They're three-dimensional. Circles are flat.
I love Mr. Terrific. He is so great.
Okay. And we got hydrogen, deuterium, and we got helium.
There you go, dude. There you go, Rex. All right. All right. There we go. Woo! Nice catch. Oh, come on, let's get Crypto out of here first. Right! There we go! Nice slide, dude!
I think we need to get to those portals up there.
How do we work them?
I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Well, let's do it. Oh!
Joey!
Oh, no! Oh! Woo! The VFX are good here! Keep them above! Keep them above the river! Come on, Superman! Come on, Crypto! Come on!
What are you gonna do? Flash us?
Yes. With chlorowensmonic acid.
Woo! Hey, you got him!
Do you have him?
It's a flying dog.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Come on, come on.
Come on! Oh, no! Crypto! I get it when you want to play catch or play ball, but now's not the time! It's okay! It's okay! Superman's got you! You're good! You're fine! Oh, great!
Rex!
Come on, buddy!
Joey!
Come on, Metamorpho, let's do this! Come on! Woo! Wow! There we go! Woo! Nice! Nice job!
Do you have them?
Them. Superman, the mean dog in a cape, a weird baby, and a squiggle man.
Just get him, Mark! Just get him back home! And Crypto, make sure you do not eat the T-Sphere! Leave it alone! Come on, hurry, guys, hurry! Hurry! Woo! There we go.
Are you kidding me? It's not cheap.
No, they're definitely not cheap.
Fuck, what the?
It's kryptonite poisoning.
He'll heal, but it'll take a day or two.
Yeah,
Get him
he's gonna
someplace
need a lot
safe.
of rest.
Take the T-Craft.
I love that Lois in this one, she is a major important part of the story. Like, she is a major part. Because, you know, other times she might feel like a side character, but in this, she's a legit part of the story.
Eve?
Oh, I'm so done, Jimmy.
Oh,
Good! Good! I'm glad that you're done with
You
them.
need to ruin Lex forever.
Yes!
Where?
Oh, I have it right here.
Good! Yes, Jimmy!
But if I send you this, Jimmy,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
you have to promise me we get to hang this weekend.
Okay, okay.
Just the two of us.
Okay, Jimmy, you have to say yes. Say yes to this. Jimmy, say it. Jimmy, say yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Uh-huh. How long?
Don't say how long.
Okay.
Just do it, bro.
All weekend?
Just do it, dude.
I'm Martha. This is John. I'm Martha.
I'm glad that his parents are like, they knew instantly about the fact that there was something going on and that they just came to help.
This girl is obsessed with you?
Uh-huh.
How do you do it, Jimmy?
Look, I didn't even want to bother you, but you told me to call with anything I got, so I...
Yeah, but I thought you said she disappeared off the line.
I don't know. She might have dropped her phone in the toilet. She does that a lot.
Oh, okay. Is there something in the background? Oh.
Your hot ex is a genius.
That is genius right there, actually.
Lex, he just told you the portal was destroyed.
The dimensional aperture is still there, which we can open remotely, so it is safe. We can close the aperture later by inputting the coordinates, correct?
This dude's crazy. This is ridiculous. Lex is really a psychopath. He does not care about the safety of other people.
That could tear a dimensional rift into the surrounding area.
This is something you think I don't know?
I think you don't know. Because why are you so stupid?
Oh, you don't say.
Right!
Can you stop it?
Can I stop it?
I wish! Because that's about to happen!
This is why you don't create a pocket universe.
Right!
Superman won't be able to ignore that.
Are you for real? All over Metropolis? Do you really expect for that to be for something that it's just Superman alone? Bro, your hatred towards him is insane!
Message that my parents sent with me. I had never heard the second half before.
Well, I'd say what you wanted that message to mean says a whole lot more about you than what anyone meant for it to mean.
You don't understand. I'm not who I thought I was.
You're more than that, though.
Your choices, Clark. Your actions.
Yep.
That's what makes you.
Yes, it is. That is right. That relationship right there is kind of like how my grandma and I were together. Like, Ma and Pa can't have a little bit of what my grandmother had, honestly.
Troops gather at the border, seemingly mere minutes away from invading Jarampur once again.
Now, nearby villagers are willing and ready to defend their country despite the exponentially superior firepower of the well-trained Baravian military.
That's crazy. There we go! See? There's people that they still love you, Clark. They love Superman for who he is.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Let's go!
We need you here in Metropolis now.
I have to get to Baravia. Terrific.
There won't be a Baravia or a Metropolis or planet Earth if you don't get here soon.
This rift is about to tear into the city. I can't stop it. I need your help.
Come on, Clark. You gotta help everybody in Metropolis right now.
He did it in exchange for half of Jarhan.
You're kidding.
At first, I thought Eve was just sending me selfies. But in the background of the shots are maps, contracts, all kinds of documents chronicling Baravia's agreement to cede half of the country to Lex Luthor once the invasion is complete.
He wants to make himself king.
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 Whatever his motives are, Luthor did everything he could to ruin Superman's reputation.
Eve's photos show he was behind the whole Hammer of Baravia scam.
And all the bots stirring up anti-Superman sentiment online.
Mr. Terrific believes Luthor's also behind the spreading rift between universes out there.
All of it seems to be geared towards stopping Superman from standing in the way of the Baravian invasion, Chief.
Call me Perry, kid. Post the story. Fast.
Ha ha ha! Yes! Let's go, Jimmy!
Buckle up, kids.
Why don't I have a seat?
Jimmy, will you transcribe?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Okay, Clark, you better do something! It's spreading faster. You need to do something!
The rift is almost here.
So slow it down.
I can't
They
unless
can't.
I put the code in to stop
Hold
it.
on a minute then.
Gotta go now.
Otis.
This is so ridiculous. Like, Lex already knew is the crazy part. Like, Lex already knew about this whole thing happening, which is crazy.
Not sure where we're gonna land when the world is gone.
Pretty much sums up that fact. You guys better hurry it up! Oh no! Oh no, hurry! Oh! Woo! Yes! That's what Superman does! This is who he is! This is who he is! There we go! And you guys who said that the version of Man of Steel, that's Superman, huh? This is who Superman is!
Luthor will have the code at Luthor Corp. Just give me a minute. I'll get crypto and we'll go.
Yeah, I didn't want him killing my parents' cows.
That's pretty logical. Oh! Okay, guys, you gotta take these two down. Come on, Superman, you got this!
Go white. Bro, focus on the engineer. On the alien now. 7R.
You know that's not gonna keep up forever, right, Lex? Ooh, the fighting cinematography on this scene. Woo!
Did you what, Lucas?
Oh! 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 Yo! That's crazy! Not using her like a battering ram like that? That's crazy. Oh no. You're gonna try to suffocate him like that? Lex really is a psycho! You really think that's gonna stop Superman?
He hold his breath for over an hour.
Not without air in his lungs. He'll be dead in minutes.
The nanites are suppressing his optic nerve. Sight and X-ray vision should be completely muted. Lungs breached.
Oh no. Superman's gonna be able to figure a way out of this. Oh! I know Superman's got a plan! Like any of this is gonna do anything to Superman. Superman's got a plan! Let him work. Let him work!
Wait, what is he doing?
Oh! I get it! Oh. Ooh! There we go! There we go! Now time to get those ugly things out of his lungs. Looks like the Venom symbiote. Nasty looking things. Oh, his mask is almost off. Ooh! Woo!
That's how you got into the fortress. You had my DNA.
Yes, but as is often the case with cloning, the match was imperfect. He might be even stupider than you, if that's possible. But easier to control.
3M.
And
22K!
Oh no.
31D! 2A!
This is insane! Whoa! Wow! Ooh! How do they do this?
Win!
Yeah, but there's some imperfections in your idiotic plan, Lex. Man, the CGI is so good on this movie. It impresses me so much.
No matter what you do to me, Luthor, your plans in Baravia won't work.
Why's that?
Because I called in some friends.
Yes! All right, guy.
Sorry, kid. Superman couldn't make it. So you got an upgrade.
Hey, you got some help, bro. Oh. Oh, you want to run now, huh? Hot girl's right on you. Ooh! Woo!
You are too delicate and weak, like Superman.
Really?
I'm not like Superman.
Oh! That transition! Jeez!
It's perfect. Posted it, kid. On it.
All right. Time to expose Luthor to the world. Publish it, Jimmy. Publish it.
I'm not killing you so the Baravian military conflict can proceed.
Oh.
I created the Baravian military conflict so I'd have an excuse to kill you.
That is the pettiest reason.
I knew I could easily get our government support in nullifying you.
Why?
Because you're destroying us!
How? You know, Lex, for you being smart, for you self-claiming that you're smart, that's very stupid on literally, blurting your plans out. It's very stupid. You're not that
driven
smart.
by envy, Luther.
Right.
You couldn't be more obvious.
Right.
I'm aware envy consumes my every waking moment.
Oh, at least we now know that you're very self-aware.
I know. When they mention Galileo or Einstein or one of these other twits in the same breath as me, I feel a tide of vomit burn the back of my throat. But at least Galileo did something. He wasn't some dopey Venusian catapulted onto this planet just to have the world fawn over him because his strength illuminates how weak we all really are.
Is this a jealousy issue, bro? Calm down.
So my envy is a calling.
For
It
stupidity.
Is the sole hope for humanity because it is what has driven me to annihilating you.
Oh, shut up! Like 1A is gonna be your best move, bro. Really? I'm in software engineering and I know pretty well that that's not gonna do anything.
What are you smirking at, you idiot?
Brain beats prawn.
Oh!
Sorry, John.
Woo! Yes! That's right! Get him, Crypto! Get him! Oh! Yes!
You watch him through those. Tell him what to do.
Uh-huh.
Crypto.
Oh.
Get the toy.
30.
Yes! So you're really that smart, huh, Lex? You're really that smart? Huh? I really doubt that. I absolutely doubt that.
That's what 12 down.
Ooh! Come on! Hey, codes are not always gonna work. Hey, Lex, those are cheat codes. Ooh! Oh! That's Superman right there! Oh, yes! Brain beats brawn, all right. But Superman was smarter than you, Lex.
Kill him! Good luck with that.
Oh. Whoa! Oh! Yes! They are dropping like flies. That's Superman right there. Come on. Oh! Ooh! Oh! He had to dislocate his shoulder.
This ain't playtime. Quit messing around. We have to get the Luther to stop the rift.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Right? Oh, no.
Open the portal.
Really? Wow.
Wrap it up. Let's go.
Safety first, people.
Really? Insensitive idiot. Yes! Tell it like it is, Superman.
Ultra Rift is in here. I can help. I don't need your help.
Uh-huh.
I'm Mr. Terrific.
You betcha you are.
Piece of shit. That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex.
Yeah.
I'm as human as anyone. I
Right.
love
I get scared. I wake up every morning, and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human.
That's right!
And that's my greatest strength.
Oh, yes, it is!
And someday, I hope, for the sake of the world, you understand that it's yours too.
Yes!
But none of this matters, you patronizing clown. The government gave me the authority to kill you. If
Did
not
they?
today, then...
Get him, Crypto! Get him! Put him in his place! He gave him a Hulk moment! It's literally Hulk going throwing Loki all over the place. This is great! No, keep him going! No, keep it going! This dude needs to be put in his place. Good boy, Crypto! Good boy! Good boy!
Got it.
Nice job, Mr. Terrific! Nice job!
Lex.
Are you crying, Lex?
Lex Luthor has been working covertly with Vasil Gurkos and the Baravian government to overthrow the country of Jarhanpur. Luthor has been giving
We had
them...
Luthor on this show many times. Little did we know he was a traitor.
No, we already knew he was a traitor. That's the thing. You guys are idiots.
Conservatives and liberals can finally agree.
Hey!
Luthor sucks.
Hey, Sean Gunn!
And against Superman, and we all owe him an enormous apology. He is, of course, the hero we always thought he was.
Exactly. Oh, you're gonna cry now, Lex? After everything that you worked for has been thrown down the garbage? This is what happens when you have your ego mess with your morality, idiot! Go ahead and cry those petty crocodile tears, man. Go ahead and cry. But sooner or later, the truth is going to be unveiled. And as it says in the Bible, let the truth set you free.
That was sick.
It was.
Hi. Maybe you should join the group.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but that creepy mug is what you want represent the Justice Gang?
Justice Gang? That's a cool name.
Yeah.
They're in.
As long as anybody's siding with Guy, he's like, yep, I like him.
The metahumans, Rick. Because now they're the ones making the rules.
Nah, dude. They're the ones that are trying to show humanity's best side. Metahumans, unfortunately, are the ones who they actually are more human than us as humans. Then everyone's going back with their respective Oh! That's the maximum security prison from the Suicide Squad. The James Gunn one. So that's kind of canon. Are we gonna see Lex Luthor in the future with the Waller series? Or maybe even Peacemaker? We'll never know. Oh.
Now we can be together forever.
Jimmy, just go through with it. Right?
I thought I might give you an interview. I could fill you in on all the behind the scenes.
Sure.
These two have such great chemistry. Oh, this is so great for them. This is beautiful. Even this is beautiful. I love this. When I was in the 40X theater with this scene, even the chairs were spinning. Like they were spinning in that, like on its axis, like in that exact movement too. When they were kissing like that, and they had the camera rotating like that. It was a beautiful
Got
way
this place
that
cleaned
they
up
had it
pretty
synced
good.
up.
Cleaned yourself up pretty good too.
You think so?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it gives you character.
Maybe one day you'll give me a name.
Well, 4's a name.
So is Gary.
That's true. True. Hey, Supergirl!
Did you move the door?
Oh,
I didn't move the door.
It's my dog.
oh, oh!
Okay, well, this is why he has behavioral issues.
Boundaries.
No boundaries. She's rough.
He likes to go and party on other planets. Planets with red suns.
Well,
Because
that
of
definitely
our
does tease for
metabolism, we can't get drunk on a
Supergirl.
planet with a yellow sun.
If I had any
Really?
emotional
Okay.
capacity whatsoever, I'd be concerned about her partying.
Yeah, I'd be concerned too, but
Would you like to see the footage of your parents? He finds it soothing.
Oh.
Yeah, Gary. That'd be nice.
I'm driving to my star.
oh, I love that. I love that. I love that instead of it being from his Kryptonian parents, it's his Earth parents. That's so cool. That's so great. What a movie this was. I absolutely loved it. This is exactly the Superman that I know that my girl watched when she was growing up. This is the characteristics that he has in the comics, in the old series with George Reeves, in the older movies with Christopher Reeves. This is exactly who Superman is. No doubt about it. This is who Superman is. None of that darker stuff that they had in Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. Because no, this is who Superman is. Humanizing him. He is definitely Superman. David Cornswet did incredible with this movie. He is Superman. Literally, he is Superman. He did an incredible job. He did such an incredible job. Everybody did an incredible job of this movie. It's safe for me now to then do a spoiler review. Because now that you guys have watched it with me, it's fair now to do the actual the actual spoiler review. I was so drawn into this movie. Super drawn in. I'm so happy that I was able to bring out the emotions that I knew that I was going to have with this movie. I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy about it. I really am happy about it. Just watching the credits is incredible. Watching it just makes me feel like, I don't know, like this is just beautiful. Oh, Crypto. That's such a sweet moment right here. That was awesome. All right. I'm going to let it play until the actual until the post-credit scene finishes or gets there. As we wait for the post-credit scene, this is exactly how I believe Superman is. Like, this is exactly who Superman is. But there was nothing else that I could say that will easily justify who Superman is, because I'm honestly, there's a lot of things, a lot of words, a lot of positive words that will sum up Superman as a character. A lot of them. But I honestly believe that Superman is a character that he is what represents humanity at its best. He is what I believe that he represents humanity is supposed to be. And this is the type of humanity that God wants for us to show. This is who he wants for us to be. He doesn't want for us to have a lot of envy towards people or feeling like if everything else that is going on around us is worth nothing. Like, he doesn't want us to be hating everybody else. He doesn't want for us to go and, just perceive people to be terrible. He wants for us to demonstrate his agape love and his mercy to others. There's no way that you could say that Superman here does not represent anything that's to not represent anything that's bad. And you know what? I know that I put my Christian perspective in it, and this is one of the reasons why, because there's so many different things in this movie that I feel like it aligns so well with that it aligns itself so well with the Bible. And one of the things that I want to talk about really quick is in the Bible verse Galatians 5:22 to 23. It says, "But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things." Superman loves everybody as who they are, regardless on who they are, regardless of what they've done. He sees beauty in everybody, the way how God sees beauty in everybody. Joy. He represents people's joy in a sense that he actually brings people joy, and that even when people want to talk to him, he sees the brighter side of life. He sees the brighter side of everything, and he is a hero that to me is my all-time favorite superhero in DC, because that I feel this I feel like if I was, talking to Superman right now, I would literally be giving him this verse and telling him why I love that this verse will represent his characteristics perfectly, because of the fact that his joy, the joy that he brings, him just being there, or just him smiling, or trying to bring a reassurance to that everyone's okay, and that even though that life is bad as it is, he, things are going to be okay, and that he shows it. Peace. Superman is a person that fights for peace. He fights for the people. He fights for every single person. It doesn't matter who it is. He fights for people to stop arguing with each other, fighting over each other for the dumbest and pettiest of reasons. He is what makes him a symbol. And what I don't personally like is when they go and they perceive Superman as a god. Because in Man of Steel and in Batman vs. Superman, in my opinion, the way that they perceive Superman to a point is like, and I said this on the podcast that I'm on with Real Hooper Knowledge, which you guys can go check out. I don't know if I mentioned it in this one, but I'm in a podcast. It's called Beyond the Mask. It's a podcast that discusses about superheroes in Marvel and in DC. You guys can go check out the episodes that we have out. But as I mentioned in there, I mentioned that I feel like the way how Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman perceived Superman is that he's like a god. And they're like comparing him to Jesus in terms of that he's all powerful, that he's mighty, that he's perfect, and that he's supposed to be like a big deal. And that's just personally my opinion. Like, the way that they shoot certain scenes of him is that, they perceive him that he's perfect. But he's not. Superman is not perfect, because this has some great examples of the fact that they have moments where he isn't very, like, he goes after Lex because of Crypto. And the way how he just goes in. He even goes in during the moment when he's talking to him about who he is. And he even said that he messes up. He makes mistakes. He makes mistakes that only humans are going to make. And despite him being an alien from Krypton, he's still human. He has more humanity in his ideal nature and in his perspective than a lot of us do these days, which is undeniably very, very upsetting. And we'll resume this discussion right after the post-credit scene.
Yeah?
It's just a little off.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to take it apart and put it back together?
No. It was just...
You just what?
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out. Shouldn't have brought it up.
Darn it, I can be such a jerk sometimes.
No, Clark, that's not being a jerk. I understand where you're coming from. That's literally me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. That's literally me at times too. You're totally fine, dude. No, see? See, he's like, even he apologizes. What type of a perfect person is going to apologize to somebody? This is what I mean. What type of person is going to apologize if they're perfect? This is what I mean. He's not perfect. Patience. Superman does represent patience. He wants to be able to help people by hearing them out, by thinking things out before diving into something else. He knows when to hold back, and he knows when to use his full ability. His patience is very, very essential because of the fact that without patience, there is no actual, there's no justification to your actions on being a hero. When there's no patience, you feel like everything that you're doing, you think that it's right, but it ends up being the wrong thing later on down the road when somebody gets hurt, and it's something that you could have helped avoid. That's the problem. Now, there's just a lot of things that I could talk about with it, because we're already on the fourth fruit of the Holy Spirit. Fifth one is kindness. Superman is kindness, especially when it comes to terms that he wants to be able to help those even when they don't deserve it. That's a sign of mercy too. And God does the same thing on when you go and... Actually, let me backtrack a little bit. God is the same way in terms of that when you mess up something, when you do something wrong, and this is something that God could be thinking, you could think that God would say, you made a mistake there, you're not going to heaven. You did this, you're not going to heaven. You committed this sin multiple times, and you're still doing it, you're not going to heaven. Wrong, because that's the enemy. That's the enemy talking. Kindness, in God's eyes and in God's defense, which is also in the same tangent as mercy, is when you go and you actually are kind to somebody because of the kindness of your own heart. The Holy Spirit is not about being hateful, vengeful, or boastful, or self-absorbent. Kindness is the thing that you demonstrate to people even if they don't deserve it. You show somebody kindness by helping them. Like when kindness by helping them in something that they have a problem with, or giving them the right advice, or being honest to somebody, even if it hurts. Kindness is an essential part of the human condition, and it's an essential part of human living. Because when you do not have kindness in your heart, your actions and your feelings are fabricated and they're fake. They're out there just to feel like, oh, I can just fake it anytime I want to. Kindness is something that you can never fake, because somebody can always tell that your kindness is genuine and that it's real. That's the thing. It's important to know that when kindness is around, it brings a good feeling to the point that you're actually helping somebody, that you're doing something that brings something important to people. This is something that like all of us need to improve on, because there's not enough kindness in this world. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and a lot of problems that unfortunately a lot of people do not want to help each other with. They want to make it as stressful and as excruciating as possible, to the point that we as people are not functioning correctly and that we do not give each other some leeway. Another one here is goodness. Goodness is the sixth fruit of the Holy Spirit, and goodness is very important, especially because that God shows his kindness and his goodness to others, even when they don't deserve it. And it goes back to mercy. It goes back to agape love. Goodness is pure, okay? You cannot fabricate goodness. As much as you can try to mask your ill intentions, There are people that they will see that goodness is being fabricated. It can't be. Because when you try to go and fabricate goodness, you're not only just lying to others, but you're lying to yourself. You're lying to morality. You're lying about so many different things that could be happening. But in the end, you cannot make this stuff up. Goodness can be a tool to help bring somebody into a better path. Goodness is something that if you show kindness and goodness towards somebody else, even if it means doing a simple act of kindness, it doesn't even have to involve money. When you do this, it comes to the point that you are showing who God is. You are showing that there is humanity in this world, regardless on if they feel like there's no good things in this world. Faithfulness, the seventh fruit of the Holy Spirit. Faithfulness is something that I also feel like you cannot easily fabricate. Faithfulness, sure, some people can tell when you're lying. Some people can tell if your intentions are horrible or they're ill intent. But faithfulness, especially to God, to somebody else, you cannot make this stuff up. Faithfulness towards somebody else is pure and genuine because of the fact that you're loyal to those, to your family, to your friends, to God. Okay? As me as a Christian growing up, I've always been faithful to God, even when at times I'd fall and stumble during my spiritual journey. And I felt like during this time when, that this is the first year that my grandmother's gone, and that, I wish that I could be able to talk to her and feel like I could be able to express how I spiritually feel, and she's not there. Sometimes I don't even pray at night because that I just feel like I'm distressed, that I'm spiritually distressed because there's so much anxiety going on right now. And I feel like I'm like, what am I to do? What can I do? And I try my best to feel like I'm putting, like how Superman put it, I'm trying to put one foot in front of the other, trying to live another day and being as human as possible. And just knowing that there's going to be times where I'm going to mess up. There's times that I know that I'm not going to be perfect. But, my faithfulness towards God and towards the people who love me and the people who are there to help build me up, I know that I can count on them because they're there to help me, to remind myself, especially God. You're all there to help me to remind myself what type of a journey I want to be on, regardless on if it's either YouTube or my engineering career or my relationship with God. You guys are here to help, especially when I feel like if I do not know what to do. And that's the beautiful thing about this whole entire relationship when it comes to faithfulness to others. Because that you can count on them. You know that you can be able to make a difference and make a change in their lives. There's so many different things that you could say and do that maybe not everybody is going to feel like it's genuine. But once you really show with your actions, besides just your verbal agreements and your verbal and your what you say, then you know for a fact that somebody is truly trying to help you instead of trying to break you. Because it's better to surround yourself with people who are going to help build you up, while you, on the other hand, do not take it into account of letting this help make you build an ego. But this is something that you need to understand and recognize, that faithfulness comes by showing why it's important to have these other fruits of the Holy Spirit, and which goes to gentleness. You cannot show any of these without being gentle, without being, very, very delicate with feelings. I know that some people might be thinking, I don't need to show my feelings. Anyone can feel like they don't have to show their emotion because it makes them feel weak. No, I'd say, in my defense, I don't think that your feelings makes you weak. I feel like your feelings makes you stronger in terms that you're recognizing what's wrong. You're recognizing that you are a person that is trying to show them what is right and what is wrong, and you want for them to feel like they can be able to do the right thing, and that they want to feel, you want to feel that you can be able to, inspire people. And that's the point about this. The point about everything, about being gentle, is that God is not about being rough. Okay? He is not about, roughhousing it. Sure, if you're very stubborn, he could be able to, go and rough it out, because he loves you and he wants for you to understand what his mission is for you. That's what Superman represents from this. He's gentle because he doesn't want to show his other side, because there's already a lot of aggression on having a lot of strength. It's dangerous. But the way how you use it depends on your emotions. Being gentle and being kind and patient and understanding is important, because that you are showing that even in the roughest and most stressful of situations, you are there to be there for people. And the last one is self-control. Self-control is a major important thing, especially when you're out there. Self-control, when you do not have your ego in check, it destroys you. Look at what happened with Lex. He let the ego that he had build, his envy build, and get the better of him. At that point, if you let envy go into your life and take over, dude, it destroys you morally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. It makes you feel like you're deteriorating. It makes you feel like you're dying. It makes you feel like you are literally taking your own life. It's literally like taking your own life and turning it into your own grave. All of these things, especially when you have an ego, you don't have it in check, you instead rely on your ego to boost your energy, is what makes you feel tired every single day, stressed, and feel like you have so much anxiety and that there's so much weighing down on you. There's so much out there that you could be doing, that instead of all this ego and this hatred and this bitterness that a lot of people have these days, because that everybody is fighting over some stupid reason. It doesn't matter that if it's politics. It doesn't matter that if it's just a person in general. People will fight over the dumbest of things. Politics, religion, gender, culture, even just something as small as a superhero franchise. It doesn't matter on if something is right. It doesn't matter if you feel like, well, DC's having a better track record than Marvel, or Marvel's dying, or Marvel's back, or DC's dying, or DC's back. Self-control is a major thing, especially in life, because that you do not want to perceive yourself as somebody who cannot keep your ego in check. And there's a lot of people these days that they cannot keep their ego in check. I'm talking about people that they feel like they're better than everybody else. I'm talking about people that they feel like their opinion matters more than somebody else's. Because if we're very close-minded, how are we supposed to communicate with each other? How are we supposed to build a better community for ourselves? How are we supposed to let ourselves open up our hearts and let people, be who they want to be and be who they are? That's the thing. There's a lot of things that you could say and a lot of things that you can do, but having an ego is what's going to destroy you. Whoever's watching, I am looking at the camera directly right there. Don't have an ego. Drop it. What's the point on having an ego? What do you get from when you have an ego? What do you get? You get nothing. You get pain. You get severed relationships with other people. You cause division. You cause pride to be boosted up to a point where there's no return. and you cause irreversible damage to so many people. It's tiring. It's sickening. It's bold-faced disgusting to the point that you don't even recognize people where you live. It's utterly ridiculous and utterly stupid. Those who are putting their ego first, get your ego in check. And pray to God for forgiveness, especially because that you don't know how many lives that you've damaged. You do not know how many lives that you've traumatized. You don't know how many relationships that you've severed. You could have had good relationships. Self-control is important. And you know what? Like I said, it doesn't matter on what it is. From debating about superhero movies to the real world, ego is a very big problem. And we all need to cut it out, pick up our cross, and follow him. Or if you're not a Christian, pick up your stuff, throw the garbage away, and start fresh and move forward. Personally, my opinion. So, in regards to the movie, I absolutely loved it. I feel like, after watching this the second time, Superman is ultimately my most favorite DC movie of all time. This version of Superman is not only highlighted with a lot of action, its cinematography is incredible. It's just very, very exciting. The CGI is incredible. The acting is very spot on. The writing is very true to the characters themselves. And I really am happy that all of these actors who were involved and all of these crew members who were involved in Superman, they actually did their homework and they put themselves in their characters' shoes and represented them in the best way possible. They did an incredible job doing so, and I really, really love the fact that we got to see some of these in live action. We never saw Guy Gardner in live action or Hawkgirl in live action in terms of the movies. Not even Mr. Terrific, and they, every single one of them did incredible. I cannot wait to see more of these characters along the way in the DC universe. There's so much that's going on. The cameos that they had here, the references that they had here, especially with the Peacemaker reference, was absolutely great. The Peacemaker cameos were great. With Peacemaker, with John Cena, with Frank Grillo. I'm excited on seeing what the DC universe has in store. At this point, I haven't gotten the Creature Commandos reactions up yet, but I'm going to be doing so in September. I got a lot of work in this month of August that I'm trying to adjust to some things. I'm trying to do a few things that'll, make things a little bit easier on my end and make things a little bit easier on everybody else's end. I'm super happy at the fact that, this DC universe is getting an extreme makeover. Literally, this is Extreme Makeover DC edition. And I feel like everybody was casted right. I feel like this was a major comic book come to life. And, there's just some people I remember that they said that this was like an episode or a couple of episodes of Justice League Unlimited. And I can understand why this could have been like a Justice League Unlimited Saturday morning cartoon. Because the vibrancy of this movie is just unbelievable in a beautiful way. The way how the sci-fi scenes are shot and very close to a comic book atmosphere, to where it feels like you're lost in this beautiful world, regardless of if it's something big or something small. You're lost in the story where you don't feel bored, and it's just one of those amazing discoveries that you can come across if you haven't really were not thinking that if you weren't really thinking about giving it a try. This is something that can catch your attention. And it's a great start movie-wise to the DC universe. And Creature Commandos is a great start to the shows, which is interesting to see that, Creature Commandos was technically the major beginning of the DC universe. And then we're getting these other movies and other shows. And I really don't want there to be any competition between Marvel and DC about having so many comparisons, especially with the quality of shows, and I just really don't want for them to feel like, you know, they have to fight over quality, because I think that both are excellent in their own ways, because that they bring this new dynamic somehow, because that they're very, very resourceful to their comic book source for other different versions, for their creativities. And you know, as much as sometimes that people feel like they're having superhero burnout or superhero uncertainty, I feel like with DC making an overhaul, and I feel like with Marvel trying to steer their path into something better, especially with, you know, these other different instances been happening in the MCU where uh, some people feel like, you know, Marvel's lost their touch. I really do feel like both of them have an incredible world building experience that makes you want more, and it makes you want to go into the action and more into the environment, and it's just incredible. So, you know, for Superman, for me, I'm definitely giving it a 20 out of 10, because this is definitely incredible. I absolutely love Superman. I really cannot wait to see David Cornsweet again. I hope that we see him in Peacemaker Season two's season finale. I really hope that we do. I hope that we get a really big cameo from him. If not, I wouldn't mind even Mr. Terrific or the Justice Gang, you know, like Guy Gardner or Hawkgirl, which I know that those two were getting, and then Maxwell Lord were getting. I'm really excited on seeing where this is going to go. I want to see what the world building is going to be like for the DC universe, and I'm really excited about the upcoming Supergirl movie and the possible Superman sequel that we're getting in, I believe it's either June or July of 2027. So I cannot wait. But before I finish off with a couple of with this, I want to give a couple of things. As I said, today, or actually, you know, when this video is uploaded, today is the day that my grandmother unfortunately passed away, and I wanted to do this reaction for her, and I'm so glad that I did this for her, and I know that she was up in heaven cheering and clapping with this movie because of how incredible it was, and how human it is, and how very truthful it is to their characters, to, you know, who they're playing, and just trying to build more of this relatable experience. And in many ways, I saw my grandmother in Superman, with the way how he thought, the way that he was brought up, and the way that he's perceived. It makes me feel like she was here watching this movie with me. And with that, I want to give a moment of silence in her honor, to show how much I love her, and that I care for her, and that this movie really makes me feel like if I have any problems whatsoever, I can go back and watch this movie again and feel like I can talk throughout this movie like if I'm sharing an experience with Superman, because I felt like my grandmother was in this like if she was Superman himself. And, you know, I thought the world of her. And, you know, she was our Wonder Woman of the family, but she was definitely Superman to me. So please join me in a moment of silence to say thank you, girl, for everything that you've done. You've always been there for me. You've always helped me up, especially when I felt like if things were not going the right way. You've always been there to encourage me, and always been there to raise me in the Word of God, but also respect people's ideas and their visions and their worldviews, and instead of questioning them, ask the right questions instead of why do you do this? It's, can you teach me more about who you are? And thank you so much for always preparing me for a better tomorrow. And thank you, God, for using my grandmother to get me to be in this position on who I am. And thank you to all of you guys, the subscribers, family, friends who've helped me to get here. So without further ado, let's give a moment of silence as we close off the video and we share this in memoriam about her. Thank you so much, girl, for everything that you've done. And thank you to all of you guys who joined. And thank you guys so much for watching my non-spoiler review to Superman and enjoying this time that we've had together. And as I go on to the next year of her not being here, it's going to be a year of more maturing as a YouTuber, as a person, and as someone who wants to be able to make a difference in somebody else's life. So thank you guys again. And thank you again, girl, for inspiring me to do this. And to showing who God truly is. A God of love and of mercy. And a God of peace. And thank you, girl, for also inspiring me to tell your story and all the videos that I do. So thank you guys again for watching my revisited reaction to Superman with the spoiler review. Actually, there wasn't much of a spoiler in there. I would say probably just to add a little bit to it before getting off. I would say to add more to it. I really can't wait to see how the Jimmy Olsen series and the Mr. Terrific series is going to tie into this one, into the movie, and getting to see how these characters were essential here. I want to see what they're going to do to make them even more of a relevant character to be bringing into the DC universe even more. I also feel like with the way how they're going to set up Supergirl, this is going to be very intriguing and very important to not only just the story of like the Super family, but also just as this within the DC universe itself. I want to be able to get to see a lot more than expected, and it's going to be incredible. I feel like Superman not only managed to nail the characters right from just the comics, but also reinventing characters that were from the original 1978 classic. And like with Eve, with Otis, and just getting to bring other people from Marvel, from DC, and bringing them in here, and I just repurposing them to a point where they feel like an integral part of the story, because the way how this was all written, from heroes getting involved in different problems to the real world problems on seeing if Superman is a worthy person to be, here on Earth, and just in general. But I think that it does a great job on just showing who people are. And of course, it was sad to get to see that there was a lot of people that they really didn't. They were literally on the verge of just switching sides when they felt like that Superman was it. Like, this was over. That nobody was going to need to have Superman anymore. And it's sad to think that, people will switch over these days and they will do something like that. But I'm glad that there were those who stayed, and that, people like Mr. Terrific, when they're stuck with something or when they're dead set on something, they know exactly what they're going for. And I'm glad that, Mr. Terrific does not let anybody else influence his decisions, and he has a mind of his own. And I think that that's what makes him incredible. And I think what makes everybody else incredible here, like Guy Gardner, even though despite that he has his ego problem too, but it's less of an ego problem than Lex, because that Lex really was petty. He was a really petty person that he was just very jealous of who Superman was, who Superman is, and it's just terrible to think that there are people that they want to destroy other people's lives because of their pettiness and because of their jealousy and their rage and their envy. And he had to be learned a lesson, and he had to be taught not only by Superman, but even Crypto, by tossing him around, dragging him across the floor. I thought it was awesome, because it's reminding me of when I was a kid and I saw the Avengers, and it's that moment where Hulk grabbed Loki when Loki was on his speech about him being a god, and that the Hulk was, even though he was a big huge dude, that he's like, well, just because I'm a god and that you're mortal, it doesn't mean that you're going to be better than me. And that Hulk gave him a reality check, and Crypto gave Lex a reality check here, especially because Lex was crying when he got defeated, because that goes to show that when you're crying for something as petty as putting people's lives in danger, it just makes it feel like you're very insecure about yourself. You are very you're very much a man child, you're very much a man baby, and it's very, very frustrating to see how there are people that they can be so smart in books but so stupid in life, or the other way around. They could be so stupid in in technology and stuff like that, but so smart in life, or smart in both, or stupid in both. And to me, Lex was a person who was smart in technology but stupid in life, because he let the ego get the better of him. I definitely want to see more of like how John Cena's version, John Cena's Peacemaker in this version is going to connect to the Peacemaker series, and how we're going from the DCEU to the DCU. I want to see what they're going to do with it. I want to see more of Rachel Brosnahan's version of Lois Lane. I thought she was incredible. I thought that Steve Lombard, Cat Grant, and Ron, I forgot what his last name was. I want to see more of them. I want to see more Perry. I think that Wendell Pierce, who played Perry, was pretty awesome in this, especially because he was also in Thunderbolts as he was a character in the Thunderbolts, and he was one of the main members of Congress who was trying to impeach Valentina D'Allegro de Fontaine. No, wait, hold on. Countess Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. I'm sorry. She probably might get me for that, but that's a different thing. I feel like this is a well-constructed story that I want to see more stories like this being integrated into the DC universe, and I want to get to see the more of the cinematography like this, especially with the flight sequences, and keeping it as real and as incredible and as daring as it was. And these fight sequences, especially towards the third act, was incredible. I felt like it was such a great build-up to where that it made me anticipate even more. I felt like the movie wasn't over when it was over, and I wanted to keep experiencing more. Like, I want to be a part of this DC universe. I want to be part of this metropolis, and get to see what more do they have to offer, and seeing what can they be able to bring. Like, what is Wonder Woman going to be like in this DC universe? What is Batman going to be looking like? What about Aquaman, the Flash, the Teen Titans, the Doom Patrol if we get them, or Justice League Dark, or what are we going to be getting in this DC universe? What are we getting to make it different from all the other DC universes that we've had before, and these other different DC shows and movies? What are we going to get? What are we going to do to make things different? And I want to say thank you again to James Gunn, to the cast, and to the crew of Superman. You all did amazing. Round of applause, and I'm super happy about it. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video, for watching this revisited reaction and this spoiler review to Superman, and for joining me in the moment of silence of my grandmother's passing, but also to remember that she's no longer in pain. The pain is gone, and that she is protecting us everywhere that we go. And she has a mission on helping people to be inspired and to become bigger than what they could ever imagine. Because if there's more to you than anything, even if you're self-doubting yourself, there's a lot more than you could ever know, and that you will become something amazing and something huge. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, then please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Real Hooper Knowledge, because I gave the shout out to him, especially because we're doing our Beyond the Mask podcast. You guys can check us out over there. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social media, I have got Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, my Discord server. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next videos. All right, bye guys.